Watching my figure. Welcome! If you are a dear friend of mine, then you've been waiting for this for way too long, and I appreciate your patience, but here we are. If you are not one of my dear friends, then you have accidentally found my podcast, and are just as welcome. I'm doing this little intro because, well, I think introductions are important, and two, the very first episode of my podcast, which will be uploaded right after this is uploaded, was filmed back in... I live with dogs, please. Was filmed back in July. And it took me a really long time to get producing done right and figure out how to technically make this happen. So there's been a delay. The delay is over. We're going to start making some headway with this project. My name is Jacob Coppers, indicative of the channel that doesn't have a creative name because I am not a creative person. At least not in the regard of titles, names. It's not my area. I'm just going to briefly go over some of my reasons for doing this, my inspirations, and my objectives. During the last 9 or 10 months, big shocker, I felt like I was lacking cognitive exercise and overall interesting experiences, which is something I value highly. Now, I've been lucky that I've been able to work and live around very interesting people who I can definitely hold some conversations with, but I always found myself wondering if there's a benefit to putting interesting conversations out in the world for everyone to experience and share. So, I came up with the idea of a little podcast thing. Just no BS, no scripts, no rules, just me linking up with people who I think are interesting and just talking. Just letting the wheels turn, letting the words come out, and seeing what comes of it. So there be the inspiration, and my objective would be that hopefully, if not just entertaining or just kind of interesting, these conversations might get people thinking about things they don't always think about. Maybe challenging norms or taboos a little bit. Not really expressively, but like just thinking about things you don't normally think about. Kind of stepping outside of your mental comfort zone. For example, as you will see in the episode that will air right after I'm done with this one, I was having a conversation with a dear friend of mine who's a practicing witch, and I'm a devout Catholic. So, interesting friendship right off the bat, but I have no problem sitting down and talking to somebody whose belief systems and practices exist in stark contrast to mine, and would even be, I don't know, considered bad to be around, I guess. Right? Catholics don't go associating with witches, because... But I don't care. People are people. And I've got a lot of love in my heart and in my mind for lots of different people from lots of different walks of life, and, you know, if you don't slight me, I've got no reason to condemn you to the burning stake. So, shitty attempt at a joke. So yeah. This is an exercise for me that I hope people can gain something from. If it becomes really big, that's fucking cool. It is what it is, whatever. If it doesn't, that's also fine. Because, well, it's already been immortalized once it gets onto the YouTubes, and then this gives me something to do, and I don't really have any hobbies. So there's that. Hey, hold on, I'm almost done here. Don't complain. Yep. Inspirations, objectives. Oh, this is an important one. In the podcast episode, in the conversation I refer to my show as On the Fringe, because I did not know at that time, comma, because I had not done enough homework, comma, that name was totally taken by somebody who has, like, a established presence on YouTube with, like, a few thousand views per episode at least. And I was like, well, can't do that. And once again, I'm not great at titles. So, it's kind of up in the air what it's going to be called. There's plenty of people that are just doing name, show, name, podcast, the Coppers podcast, Jacob Coppers. I don't fucking know. We'll figure it out. Suggestions and recommendations for more clever folk than I are always welcome. And, yeah. I could talk a little bit more about myself, but I think it would be a little bit more fun and natural to just let my stories and experiences come out in the conversations, and I don't want to soak up anybody's time with too much of me just sitting here hearing myself talk. Not that I'm not capable of sitting here listening to myself talk, but this motherfucker really wants to get out of here right now. So. Why are you complaining? Come say hi to everyone. Oh, see? Yeah, maybe. Maybe not. Anyways. Thanks for watching. Sorry if I bored you. And if I have already bored you, then, you know, just give the next episode a shot. It's better when it's not just me talking. You have somebody else to count on to carry the fucking conversation. That's all. See you guys around. Thanks for tuning in. Stay tuned in.